The home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. I just want to say once again, because I don't think I was appreciative enough in my last podcast, but the outpouring of support and the prayers and the God bless yous, and we're thinking about you and we miss you and we love you and all that stuff from people around the country that I've never met in person is just was really unexpected. I'll be honest with you. It's made me have a little more faith in humanity, with the stuff that's going on in the world today, and even stuff in the sporting world, and especially in politics and whatnot. Man, it gets depressing sometimes. You don't think that humanity sometimes is even worth saving. But it makes me believe that, there is a God out there. Sometimes you doubt your faith in the religions that you've been raised on as a kid and whatnot. When you start going through bad times and wondering why, God has sort of left you out to dry and whatnot. But the way people reached out and showed that they cared about my situation really makes me believe that there's some kind of greater being out there that's looking out for all of us. Now, getting away from the mushy stuff, we're going to touch on today Bryce Young and Will Anderson. Did they make the right decision in coming back for the bowl game? A lot of people think that they're risking their health and they shouldn't participate in this bowl game. But with the way things are in college athletics now, with the NIL and whatnot, I think it's worth talking about. So let's talk about it. Well, how's it going out today, boys and girls in sport land? It's another episode of the OCF. That's the Outlaw of College Football. That's me, JPC. JPC stands for Jesse Paul Clark. You can find me on Facebook. I'd have to stop saying that as much, but people ask me to interject that ever so often so they can get in touch with me outside of YouTube. Also on Twitter at OCF Production. Also, I want to ask y'all another question before we get into the topic today. I've been thinking about a name change on the channel so I can touch upon other subjects, not just of sports. And I was just going to get your take on it. I was thinking about changing the name to the Outlaw of the Common Folk. That way I can talk about sports and intermix it with politics without getting people on here getting pissed off saying, hey, I clicked on this just to listen to sports and get away from politics. That way, if my name is not angled just at sports, I can say, hey, look, this is a channel that's for everything. But it's just a thought. You guys and gals drop it in the comment section and tell me what you think, whether I should do that or maybe even start an entirely different channel. I don't know. All right, now getting right to it. Bryce Young and Will Anderson both decided to come back for this bowl game. I'll be quite honest with you. This really surprised me, especially in the day and time the way it is with these players. They don't play in these bowl games because they're risking what they think is millions of dollars. And I've always said that the argument against that is you've played all year. You've played 11 or 12 games. You could have got injured in any of those games. So what's one more game, right? But then you have those in vogue people. That's the in vogue thing now. Even those people that, they're old school and they say you should stay around and, honor your agreement with your university that you signed when they give you the opportunity to put yourself on the platform to be drafted by the NFL. Even those people are coming around to the concept of, oh, man, these players, these universities, man, they're making so much money off these players. And these players ain't getting nothing. They're getting jack shit. And they're risking their health for one more meaningless bowl game. But it's not meaningless. But the thing is, they're not out there just risking themselves for nothing. They're now making millions of dollars. A lot of these players, a lot of these star players like Bryce Young, Will Anderson, they have sponsors and contracts with companies like Celsius Energy Drink for Bryce Young. And let me ask you something. And people are like, well, he got that because of his own. He worked up to get that. He shouldn't still have to risk himself on the field of, exponentially more millions of dollars. But the thing is, without Alabama or Oklahoma or Michigan or Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC, Washington, Florida Gators, Georgia Bulldogs, without all those teams giving these players opportunities to play in front of millions and millions of people and in front of scouts week in and week out, without that platform on the big stage to prove yourself, sort of like the minor leagues in baseball in a way, without that platform, what do you get? If you don't have college football to help put you out there, are you ever going to make those millions of dollars? I don't think so. Not unless you start drafting people straight out of high school. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Of course, I say that now, 30, 40 years down the road, that may be happening. You may have same situation that you have in Major League Baseball. But I just think, and Bryce Young, man, if you ever doubted this guy was a winner, his press conference to explain why he's coming back was just for the mere fact that he wanted to finish what he started with his brothers. He referred to every one of his teammates as brothers. Now, I'm not naive in thinking that they all get along and they're brothers every day, but just the way he talked and spoke about it, it's just very refreshing, man. And I love the fact that it was coming from my team, of course. I'm sort of biased. He's an Alabama player. But to come back and play when you don't have to, when you could just do the in vogue thing and do what the cool crowd's doing these days. The cool thing is to say, oh, no, skip the bowl. Don't risk millions of dollars. He's coming back, and he's risking those supposed millions of dollars. And the reason why is he has a sense of, like you said, finishing what he started. An agreement with your brothers is something that you need to stick to. Now, of course, he's not going to come back for his senior year probably. But the thing is, he played as long as he is supposed to play before he could declare. And he's coming back for a game that he don't have to come back for. And I just wish there was more of that in college athletics these days, of a sense of morals and dedication and just being a man of your word, man. When you sign that scholarship, so it's sort of like a contract. When you sign that scholarship to play for these universities, they're giving you a scholarship that's probably worth $50,000 already. And now on top of that, you're getting those NIL deals. You're getting millions of dollars already. Bryce Young's probably already made enough money to this point now where he can make that decision to come back. Now, if it had been two years ago or last year even, I'd say, yeah, he probably does need to go on and skip this game. Because you wasn't getting all those millions of dollars a couple of years ago. And you were just risking everything for one more game. And now he realizes that, hey, Alabama, give me this platform. My university, give me this platform, and I can at least repay them by not leaving them out high and dry in their final game of the season and finish what I said I was going to start. Or finish what I started with my brothers. And that's all I got to say about that. If you don't mind, there's a little heart option down here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I know y'all love it when I sing, right? And as always, KMCA to all the other teams, classes now officially dismissed.